It is a Friday. We are so excited because we waited for this day the whole week. You're watching Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Glenn Rashipura. You may be wondering, Diana, Valentine's is over, so you can't still be wearing red. Listen, I wasn't here to celebrate with y'all on Valentine's Day, so allow me to have my moment, okay? Red lips, red dress, red-ish hair.
Let the girl be the girl.
Let the girl eat.
I know the viewers are wondering what happened to Diana Master on Wednesday, the 14th of February, 2024. We are waiting for that, hey?
They're not. If you're curious, please do drop a comment. If a viewer
is
curious, then I'll let a viewer know. But for now, no. My lips.
I like to tease her like this. You must tell us the things.
No,
tell us the things. No, but honestly, like, you know, some of us, you might think that we're busy on Valentine's Day. Like, really, it was just the gym plans.
You were slaving.
You know, the hiking, the dinner by themselves. So I'm just saying, so sometimes
romantic dinner for one, candlelit dinner for one.
You know what I'm saying? You know, when you get to the restaurant and then they're like,
table for two?
Like, no, for me. Is the other party coming?
No, it's just it's me. Okay. What more do you want?
Exactly.
I don't have a date. Is that what you want me to yell to the whole restaurant? You want the whole restaurant to hear that I don't have a date? Fine.
Do you have a book you want to read in the meantime? You know what I mean? Like, stop it, guys. Some of us enjoy our own company, and you know, Valentine's Day should be about cherishing yourself as much as it is about, you know, the union and whatever you're with. Is this single talk too much?
Yeah.
Single people talk too much.
Yeah.
You should just love yourself and appreciate yourself.
I mean, I get that. Also, I saw a post that said, every day is Valentine's Day when you're with the right person. It's like, okay.
It's giving no presents.
It's giving no.
Not even I'm single. It's just giving. You're no like, babe, but I give you love every day.
I give you love every day.
It's giving no presents.
One that I saw that said, babe, can you please give me 1,000? It's an emergency. And then he responded, Sylvia, I already told you, you're all that I have. You are all that I have.
Honestly, like
you thought it was cute.
There's nothing beyond you.
No, she thought it was cute when he was like, you're all that I have. No, you are literally all that I have. Without you, I have nothing. Yes, literally. No, man. I mean, every day should be Valentine's Day when you're with the right one. But Valentine's should be even extra.
Exactly. I don't know, like there's somebody who, you know, there's some people that you date, they're like, they're not that into Valentine's Day. These entrepreneurs and the what. Kama, he's working on Valentine's Day. What are you doing?
Then send me flowers.
Send me flowers,
I
exactly.
Don't need to see you.
Exactly. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Or better yet, just be like, hi, Diana, there's a booking for you. Where? I'm not going to be able to join you. I'll be like,
exactly.
Oh no, I'm so sad.
And then, exactly. We actually don't even want to interact with them on Valentine's Day. Just treat us nice. That's all.
That's literally all we're asking.
But to be fair, like I said this year, I don't want flowers and all this. Like if he had sent the goat with a little ribbon, like please,
a red ribbon
with a little red ribbon, like hey babe, enjoy your Valentine's Day. I would have been like, mwah.
Like chef's kiss.
Yes, exactly.
No, for me, honestly speaking, I just want trips. I just want to come and go.
More. Actually, this year, let's do that, babe.
I just want to come and go.
Ooh,
that's it. That's all I want.
Okay. Anyways, for the sake of keeping the show PG-13.
What do you mean? I just want to be coming and going. Like that's all.
For the sake of keeping the show PG-13, if you know what we are talking about.
What are you talking? Get your mind out the gutter.
We'll be right back with, you know, your WTF stories and, you know, so much more after the break.
All right, now let's get into our top stories. Of course, we do have some WTF moments, but for this particular story, actually, it is about a boy that was cured of brain cancer. Yes. So a world first as boy cured of brutal brain cancer. When Lucas was diagnosed with a rare type of brain tumor at the age of 6, there was no doubting the prognosis. His doctor Jacques Grill gets emotional when he remembers having to tell Lucas' parents that their son was going to die. However, 7 years later, Lucas is now 13 years old and there's no trace of the tumor left. The Belgian boy is the first child in the world to have been cured of brainstem glioma, a particularly brutal cancer, according to the researchers who treated him. Lucas beat all the odds to survive, said Grill, head of the brain tumor program at the Gustave Roussy Cancer Center in Paris. Lucas and his family traveled from Belgium to France so he could become one of the first patients to join the Biomed trial, which tests potential new drugs for DIP gene. From the start, Lucas responded strongly to the cancer drug everolimus, which he was randomly assigned. Over a series of MRI scans I watched as the tumor completely disappeared, Dr. Grill told AFP, but he did not dare to stop the treatment regimen, at least until a year and a half ago, when Lucas revealed he was no longer taking the drugs anyways. I don't know of any other case like him in the world, said Dr. Grill. Exactly why Lucas so fully recovered and how his case could help other children like him in the future remains to be seen. 7 other children in the trial survived years after being diagnosed, but only Lucas's tumor completely vanished. The reason these children responded to the drugs while others did not was likely due to the biological particularities of their individual tumors, Dr. Grill said. Lucas's tumor had an extremely rare mutation, which we believe made its cells far more sensitive to the drug, he added.
Whoa.
Remember when we did that story?
I was literally thinking about that. Like the guy who was predicting and he said there's gonna come out stuff this year.
Yes.
Particularly with cancer, like cancer in terms of, progress in cancer treatments, cancer cures. And then this story, I'm getting goosebumps.
Right?
Right? Whoa.
Yeah. Like, it's amazing to see that we are making advancements in cancer treatments. I'm just hoping the same can be said for things like diabetes, HIV, all of those things.
On the HIV note, there's a lot of advancement in terms of, the how you take and how long it lasts. Like that. Now there's a PrEP injection that lasts for 2 months. Of course, sending it out into the, you know what I'm saying? People have to still be responsible, but PrEP that lasts for 2 months and it's just an injection.
I heard
that's crazy.
Like it's my first time hearing of the PrEP, but I know that like even for people who are already positive, I think it was a trial or something where they also inject
at a very advanced stage. Yes, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then for like a good 2-3 months you don't have to take your ARVs or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's at a very advanced stage, and I think at some point there would come cures for some of these diseases. So you know what I mean. We're just waiting for that.
I would like to be a bit controversial right now. I do believe that some of these are man-made diseases. So that, like, hear me out. It's just a theory. This has not been proven. This is just Diana being out there and being wild. But hear me out. You know how expensive it is to buy medication? For example, insulin. Insulin costs an arm and a leg to a point where people actually have to divide their doses and they put themselves at risk because it's so expensive. So also, Big Pharma is making money from
honestly,
that.
Can we also start addressing that, like 2024 and the coming years, how the medical world has become like this big gangster and it's legalized?
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I have a friend who's on medical aid and she just needed a minor operation.
And it
was going to deplete her whole medical aid. Just a minor operation.
Jeez.
So she opted to rather go for, or it was going to take up most of it anyways. You know what I'm saying? So if something big had come up, she was going to struggle.
Jeez.
So she opted to rather just go for, the public hospital and treatment, which cost her like, $7.
Are you serious?
Yes, because it's public. It's not a lot of money that I love. Actually, it's one of the things that we have that is good.
Yeah,
here.
no,
the free
definitely.
healthcare system that we have here, that's one of the things that we have to say. Thank God that we have that in Namibia.
No, that is.
And we have to give kudos to the government for that.
No, that is definitely a blessing.
Yeah,
because like you're saying, $7.
Yes, and they were going to deplete
If you
Because they're like,
watch-
yeah, we need to take. Apparently, they need to do like X-rays and they like they give you
You know
extra
what's
costs.
reminding me? There's a show that I watch. It's called The Resident. Because the girl wants to be a doctor. So I'm watching doctor shows and whatnot. Because imagine Dr. Masters. Hi, I'm Dr. Anyway, before we get carried away. So
Yeah.
in The Resident, he is basically doing his residency, right? And then this hospital, so now he sees that they literally have meetings at the hospital where they're like, if a patient is here for like the one thing, charges them for other things as well. Like do all these unnecessary procedures, even though you don't
Exactly.
need it. I come in with a headache. They're like, listen, we need to
Your leg is also
your
hurt.
your leg is looking a bit weird, so we need to put you, through a CAT scan and all of that, because they keep charging. So that's basically what he was doing. So now he was trying to rock the boat, right? And then he was always getting into trouble. No, why did you only do this on this patient? He's like, because they didn't need the other procedures. No, but that's how we make money in this hospital, whatnot. So he was basically trying to not necessarily be a whistleblower, but to change the system.
To change this, because come on, these are sick people, they're vulnerable, and taking advantage of them in that state is just so
Especially
wrong.
in America. The healthcare system in America
so messed up.
is messed up. Like you're saying, Namibia definitely has one of the best healthcare systems in the world. I would think so.
Like honestly, like I did have one operation with the state hospital.
Yeah.
And it was really good. Like in terms of service, like I really did not have a bad experience. I know there's some people because hospitals are there's a lot of people.
And
blah,
also
blah, blah.
like the
But
nurses and
they're tired or whatever.
Yeah.
But what I saw is really like hardworking individuals that are passionate about what they do. But maybe they have other issues, in terms of maybe they are understaffed and et cetera, et cetera. We don't want to get into the politics of it.
Yeah.
But I want to say, like, my experience was not bad. Like, it was, I was like, wow, they treated me so well. They checked
Okay.
on me the whole night. It was just an overnight stay, technically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe he just stayed longer than you.
Maybe it was
Like,
a 2-day thing. I think not
Okay.
an overnight. Yeah, just a 2-day thing type of situation.
Yeah.
But the whole time, like
Okay.
there was such constant care and attention, and honestly, like I want to give them kudos to that. So, so my point is, we're not doing bad. We're not doing
Okay.
bad. Getting into our next story, in some WTF moments, as you can see, Diana is wearing red. She's still representing, Valentine's Day. And obviously, she had a good time on Valentine's Day.
Not you putting my business out there.
I'm like, I mean,
okay, let's get into the story.
You were with
then.
Nevaeh. She
Yeah,
was with her daughter. They went for cupcakes.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
exactly. But some people didn't have such a good Valentine's Day. February 14 is the most romantic date in the calendar year for all of those in relationships. Unless your name is Paul. That's because a huge hunt is currently underway for a mystery man known only as Paul, after a huge poster was unveiled in North Dublin early morning on the 14th of Feb. The poster, which appeared in Pibsborough, reads, "Paul, tell your wife about us or I will." The message continued, "Happy Valentine's, baby. P.S. I am pregnant." The poster is then signed off with a love heart and the single initial T. Understandably, everybody is taking to social media to ask the same question: Who is Paul? One person wrote, "I wonder how many Pauls in that area are absolutely sweating right now." Another commented, "Paul is getting it tonight, but not what he thinks."
Not what he thinks. He's
Somewhere
getting what
in
he deserves.
Pibsborough, there's a Paul that's currently peeing himself.
Yes.
No. I think this,
wow.
I don't know if it's somebody just being,
It's the PS, I'm pregnant.
P.S. I'm pregnant. What if I'm just trying to be naughty? I'm just tired of these happy couples on Valentine's Day, and then I just pick a random day and, make this poster.
Yeah, I saw a meme that said, like, if I can't be happy on Valentine's Day, no one will. So you
What
just
if
go
it's-
and be like,
Exactly.
should I tell her?
Should I tell her?
That time you're like, babe, I swear I don't know who this. Yeah, right, right. You don't know.
I don't know
I
this.
really don't know who this person is.
All the polls had to explain.
Jeez,
All the
imagine
polls
being
are
poor and
living
you
that-
come home.
And you're just a regular folk who's committed and faithful to your wife.
That time you've had a terrible day at work, you just want to rest. It's like, so, who's T?
Who's T?
Who's T?
This poster is going
What do you
around.
mean?
Yes,
Who's
and I
T?
bet it's you.
It's not me. I really
She's
don't know who
pregnant.
that is. And then, shame, man.
It's too cute.
But what if
It's for real?
it's for real?
Then she's a psycho. You know when you are like having an affair with someone and then you're like, halfway through.
No,
like,
I don't know, Glenn. What do you mean you know when you're having an affair with someone? Do you have something to tell us?
No, it's nothing to do with that. I'm just imagining it. You know, you have to be, we are creatives and we are actors, you know what I mean? Imagine you're having an affair with someone and then, you know, it turns out this person is also, you know, cuckoos. You're like, whoa, first of all, no. This is not what I wanted.
And then especially finding out that she's pregnant, it's like, yo, I'm stuck with her.
But that's good karma though, that's good karma.
It is good karma for cheating, I think so.
Yeah, it's good karma. Like you're not stuck with this psycho person for the rest of your life.
Exactly. Now, again, in another WTF moment, a woman comes back to life in hearse on way to her own cremation. An Indian woman who was thought to be dead woke up again moments before she was about to be cremated. Buji Amma, 52, from Behampur, India, was severely burnt in a fire in her home on February 1st. She was taken to hospital with burns covering half her body, and she returned home where she remained in a bad state. A few days later, she didn't open her eyes because the family were unable to get her to another hospital due to poor finances. Amma's husband, Sibaram Palo, believed she died and arranged for her to be taken to the cremation ground in a hearse. He told Times of India, "We thought she was dead," and informed others in the locality to arrange a hearse van to carry the body to the cremation ground. A woman called K. Chiranjeevi saw Amma open her eyes and said, "Initially we were scared as we had never seen such an incident, though we had heard some stories." The driver of the hearse was called back to collect her, living and breathing, from the cremation ground only half an hour later, and she was taken home in the same hearse. Family do not need a death certificate to perform the last rites according to the crematorium.
Really?
Which is strange.
That's very strange. I think you do need a death
to
certificate.
avoid things like this.
Or
You need a doctor.
to avoid trying to kill people. You know what I'm saying? I might just inject you with something where you're just unconscious, but you're not dead.
You're not dead.
And then we
or
just go cremate you.
imagine like being buried alive. Oh my goodness, that's one of my worst fears.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy. But the fact that everybody, I would have jumped and ran.
But remember last year we did that story of a woman who again woke up after they had claimed that she was dead, and then she died a week later.
Yeah,
but that's beside the point.
That's beside the point.
But yeah, like they need a doctor to, you know, be like, okay, you know what? Again, I'm Dr. Masters.
Yes, exactly.
And then I sign off the death certificate.
She's dead. Like, I'm actually shocked that they do that. That's crazy. I wonder if it applies here.
No.
It doesn't apply here,
I don't think here it applies.
Because I think it opens the way for a lot of, you know, people killing other people. You know,
and a lot of crime. Like, why don't? If I
like
just don't like you, I can just be like, no, she's dead.
She's
buried.
dead.
She's dead.
She's the deadest she's ever been dead.
She's as dead as she can be. There's no coming up. No, it's done.
But imagine if you're like, you know, with us we bury our people. We don't cremate. Like, so imagine we're like, you know, at the funeral, you know, with the casket and whatnot, and then it starts moving. Hey, we will run. I'll run.
Giving a witchcraft.
I'll run.
Nah, for me, I want to be cremated. But then now, if I'm
you want to be cremated?
No, I want to be cremated. You want to leave me in a burial ground with people I don't know, with strangers? No.
Actually, that's that's a nice idea. And then you get thrown into the ocean or whatever, like something that you love.
No, my little sister says she's going to put me in a necklace and carry me around.
That's crazy.
It's not crazy at all, because, like, imagine.
You don't want to go into the ocean?
No. Now I must
be one with the water.
What do I look like, Moana? No.
You want to still be around the living, eh?
I want to be. I told my family, I said, if you're going to bury me, it means for that first week, you are sleeping with me in that cemetery. So we all get acquainted with my neighbors.
Ne? We all, they bring you.
Yes, and then they camp out for a week. Other than that, you're cremating me. Tanya's going to put me in a necklace. And then wherever she goes, I go. But I did tell her that if she bumps into my crush, she's just going to be like, hi.
This is Diana.
No, not even. This is Diana. I got you this necklace. And then now I'm just there on him.
Ooh, that's crazy.
For lifers.
But I like the idea of, you know, like your family must camp out,
yes,
you know, where you're buried, and then they must be like, yeah, we are the clan of what.
We are here to bring
our, you know,
take care of her.
A whole ceremony, yes.
No, because you're not leaving me with strangers. Nah, fam.
Who are these people?
Who are these people? Nah, like, I am terrified. No, I know, but she's, no, I don't want, never. But that does bring us to the end of our top stories. I don't know, for some reason, we're super excited today. Maybe it's because we haven't done this in a while.
I've missed you so much.
Yeah.
We have not hung out, and you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, so now the time is running away from us, quite literally. But we do have an interesting interview after the break. We are speaking to one of MyZone's interns and finding out how he's doing here. So stay tuned.
This morning on Smell the Coffee, we are joined by Philip Joseph. He is kickstarting his career right here at Namibia Media Holding, and he is an intern for the MyZone production. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me today. It's such an honor.
Thank you very much for joining us. Please tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in a small town in Ochorongo. I was born and raised there. I matriculated there as well in 2019, yes, 2019. And from there onwards, I took a gap year in 2020. I was just trying to figure out what I really wanted, because I had this passion for sports. But apart from that, I just didn't know what exactly to study. So 2020 was a year where I sort of like did reflection. So it was sort of easier for me to actually select what I wanted to study in the following year, which was now sport management, and I'm currently in my final year right now. And yeah, I've been an athlete all my life. That's where the passion also came from, especially in football itself. It has given me the opportunity to travel across the country as well as abroad. It really has taught me a lot about, discipline, culture, and just how diverse everything is. And it also allowed me to understand, why people always have a different perspective towards life.
Lovely. And then why did you particularly decide to apply for this NMH internship with MyZone?
Like I said, it all came down to my passion for sports. I've done a few interviews as well, and I saw that the passion was there. And I just saw this as an opportunity for me to grow and to also grow the sports through media.
Okay. And then where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years time? Do you see yourself as an athlete, or do you see yourself maybe as a sports manager, maybe managing athletes even?
Basically, I wanted to be a sports journalist, but also along the way after that, I want to be in a senior managerial position, whether it be with the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Sports, or within the Namibia Sports Commission. I just want to have that influence, just to be able to change the sport in whatever way it is.
All right, that's very lovely. That's very ambitious. In your career, what are the things that make you nervous the most? Are you nervous about, not producing quality work? Are you nervous about showing up? What are you most, agitated about as a career person?
Honestly, the first time I stepped into NMH, it was actually the first time I actually worked in a huge corporate company. I believe NMH is, if not, I believe it's one of the biggest corporate companies or media corporate companies in the country. So, I've never worked in an environment where there are so many people, where you have to meet deadlines, and when I came into the company, I really felt nervous, but with time, I started adjusting well. But it's all about consistency at the end of the day. So, yeah, that sort of makes me nervous at times, but I'm actually gelling well.
Okay. And finally, Philip, what are you looking forward to the most with this internship, and maybe for the rest of the year, and also maybe in a capacity of just working here at NMH?
I'm looking at making an impact, whether it be with sports, whether it be with other fields. Also, I'm also just looking forward to the challenges it brings, the obstacles, because it's a fact that it won't always go as smoothly as you want it to be, but I just want to see how flexible I am. I want to see if I can work to the best of my abilities, you know, because this is a great opportunity, especially with what is happening in the country with a very high unemployment rate among the youth. So this, for me, I see it as an opportunity for me to grow along the year and just expose myself to a lot of things.
All right, Philip, we wish you all the best in your career. And thank you very much for coming to chat with us on Smell the Coffee.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me again.
We will be right back. Stay with us, Smell the Coffee.
Well, as much as we would love to stay here and entertain you, we do have to say our goodbyes, but fear not and don't be sad, because we will be back again tomorrow on your screens, same time, same place. So until then, we do hope you have yourselves a lovely, responsible Friday. Don't go spending all your money. Don't go drinking your money away. Don't do that. Rather send it to me. I can
send it to
safe
us,
for you.
please.
Yeah,
We'll
keep it safe for you.
Keep it safe. Till next month. Wink, wink.
Till next month. By that time, you'd have forgotten anyway. But thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Smell the Coffee. We do hope you enjoyed it as much as we do. Until tomorrow, it's bye.